What if everything you've been told about muscle recovery is keeping you tired, sore, and wasting hundreds of dollars every month? Americans spend over $2 billion annually on sports drinks, protein powders, and recovery supplements, yet 78% of regular exercisers still report persistent muscle soreness and fatigue. From weekend warriors to professional athletes, millions are chasing relief in expensive bottles and fancy formulas, completely missing what happens naturally in their own bodies every single night. The sports nutrition industry has convinced us that recovery requires immediate action. Drink this within 30 minutes, consume that specific ratio of carbs to protein, take these expensive amino acids. But groundbreaking research from sleep and nutrition laboratories across the United States is revealing something revolutionary. The most powerful muscle healing doesn't happen in the gym or immediately after your workout. It happens while you sleep, powered by two simple vitamins that most Americans are unknowingly deficient in. Dr. Matthew Walker's sleep research at UC Berkeley, combined with nutritional studies from Harvard School of Public Health, shows that our bodies perform their most intensive muscle repair during specific sleep phases. But here's the shocking part. Without adequate levels of vitamin B6 and vitamin D3, this natural recovery system essentially shuts down, leaving millions of people supplementing their way around a problem they could solve for pennies a day. Consider this: elite training facilities that once spent thousands monthly on recovery cocktails are now focusing on these two nutrients instead. Athletes are reporting faster recovery times, reduced inflammation, and deeper sleep quality. Yet the average American gym-goer remains trapped in an expensive cycle of temporary solutions, never addressing why their muscles aren't healing properly in the first place. The first clues emerged from an unexpected source: sleep laboratories studying why some people wake up refreshed while others feel like they've been hit by a truck, regardless of sleep duration. Researchers noticed that participants with optimal vitamin B6 levels showed dramatically different muscle protein synthesis rates during sleep. Their bodies were literally rebuilding damaged muscle fibers more efficiently than those with deficiencies. Dr. Sarah Chen, a nutritionist at Stanford Sleep Medicine Center, began tracking athletes who complained of persistent soreness despite following every recovery protocol in the book. Blood work revealed something startling. 92% showed suboptimal B6 levels, and 86% were vitamin D3 deficient. These weren't malnourished individuals. These were athletes consuming expensive, supposedly complete nutrition programs. The breakthrough came when researchers realized that B6 isn't just involved in protein metabolism. It's the master switch for nighttime muscle repair. During the deep sleep phases, specifically between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., your body increases growth hormone production by up to 300%. But without sufficient B6, the cellular machinery that converts this hormonal surge into actual muscle healing simply doesn't function. Meanwhile, vitamin D3 deficiency was creating a hidden crisis. Despite living in sunny climates, many Americans showed blood levels below optimal ranges for muscle function. Indoor lifestyles, sunscreen use, and dietary gaps were creating a perfect storm of deficiency, leaving even dedicated athletes unable to access their natural recovery potential. Training facilities began simple experiments. Instead of loading athletes with expensive recovery drinks, they focused solely on correcting these vitamin deficiencies through targeted supplementation and dietary changes. The results were dramatic and fast. Within 2 weeks, athletes reported sleeping more deeply, waking up less sore, and recovering between training sessions more completely than they had in years. The science behind this transformation reveals why these two vitamins are so crucial. Vitamin B6 serves as a cofactor in over 100 enzymatic reactions, but its role in muscle recovery centers on amino acid metabolism and neurotransmitter production. When you exercise, muscle fibers develop microscopic tears. During sleep, your body must synthesize new proteins to repair these tears and build them back stronger. This protein synthesis process requires precise coordination of amino acids, and B6 acts like a molecular traffic director, ensuring amino acids reach the right locations at the right time. Without adequate B6, amino acids from your diet or supplements essentially get stuck in metabolic traffic jams. You might be consuming plenty of protein, but your body can't effectively use it for repair. The neurotransmitter connection is equally important. B6 helps produce serotonin and GABA, neurotransmitters that promote deep sleep phases. These phases aren't just about feeling rested. They're when your body releases the highest concentrations of growth hormone and initiates the most intensive muscle repair processes. Poor B6 status means lighter sleep, less growth hormone, and dramatically reduced overnight recovery. Vitamin D3's role is more complex but equally crucial. Recent research shows that D3 receptors exist throughout muscle tissue, and adequate levels are essential for both muscle protein synthesis and the reduction of exercise-induced inflammation. When D3 levels are optimal, muscles recover faster and adapt more effectively to training stress. But here's what the supplement industry doesn't want you to know. D3 also influences sleep quality by affecting circadian rhythm regulation. People with adequate D3 levels fall asleep easier, achieve deeper sleep phases, and wake up more refreshed. This creates a positive feedback loop. Better sleep leads to better muscle recovery, which leads to improved performance and motivation to maintain healthy habits. The revelation that changed everything came from long-term studies tracking individuals who corrected these deficiencies versus those who continued relying on expensive recovery products. After 6 months, the vitamin focus group showed superior muscle mass retention, better strength gains, and significantly lower rates of overuse injuries. Dr. James Rodriguez, a sports nutritionist who has worked with Olympic athletes, discovered something that shook his understanding of recovery science. Athletes spending over $300 monthly on recovery supplements often had worse recovery markers than those who simply optimized their B6 and D3 status through smart supplementation costing less than $15 per month. The most surprising finding was how quickly these changes occurred. Unlike the gradual improvements seen with most nutritional interventions, correcting B6 and D3 deficiencies produced noticeable improvements in sleep quality within days, and measurable improvements in recovery within 2 weeks. Athletes reported waking up feeling truly refreshed for the first time in years. The implications extend far beyond athletic performance. Americans struggling with chronic fatigue, persistent muscle tension, and poor sleep quality often have the same underlying deficiencies. The connection between these vitamins and muscle health affects everyone from desk workers with chronic neck tension to older adults trying to maintain muscle mass and mobility. Case studies reveal the true scope of this issue. Sarah, a 34-year-old marathon runner from Denver, was spending $200 monthly on recovery drinks and still experiencing weeks of soreness after long runs. Simple blood work revealed B6 and D3 deficiencies. Within a month of targeted supplementation, she was recovering between runs faster than ever, sleeping more deeply, and saving hundreds of dollars. Mark, a 45-year-old weekend warrior from Phoenix, thought persistent shoulder and back pain was just part of aging. Despite living in a sunny climate, his D3 levels were severely low due to office work and limited sun exposure. Combined with poor B6 status from a processed food diet, his muscles were essentially unable to repair themselves effectively. Correcting these deficiencies eliminated years of chronic muscle tension. The deception runs deeper than just ineffective products. Many popular recovery drinks actually contain ingredients that interfere with these crucial vitamins. High sugar content depletes B6 stores, while artificial additives can interfere with D3 absorption. People were literally paying to make their recovery problems worse. Understanding optimal dosing requires precision. For B6, most adults need between 50 to 100 milligrams daily, significantly higher than standard RDA recommendations. The timing matters too. Taking B6 in the evening enhances its sleep and recovery benefits. For D3, optimal blood levels require 2,000 to 4,000 IU daily for most Americans, depending on sun exposure, skin color, and geographic location. The key is testing, not guessing. Simple blood work can reveal current vitamin levels and guide supplementation. Many people discover they need higher doses initially to correct deficiencies, then can maintain with lower amounts. This personalized approach ensures you're getting exactly what your body needs for optimal recovery. Quality matters enormously. Not all B6 supplements are created equal. The active form, pyridoxal 5-phosphate, is more readily utilized than cheaper forms like pyridoxine. For D3, choosing supplements that include K2 improves absorption and utilization. The most profound change comes from understanding that recovery isn't something you add to your body. It's something your body does naturally when given the right tools. These two vitamins act as master keys, unlocking recovery systems that evolution designed to work perfectly during sleep. Tonight, while expensive recovery drinks sit unused in refrigerators across America, people who understand this science will go to sleep knowing their bodies are performing the most sophisticated muscle healing available anywhere. Not because they bought something expensive, but because they gave their natural systems what they needed to work perfectly. The choice is simple. Continue spending hundreds monthly on temporary solutions, or invest in the fundamental nutrition that makes every night a complete recovery session. Your muscles have been waiting for you to discover what they needed all along.